Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm pleased to be joined by the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Pia Durkin, as well as Mayor John Mitchell, along with members of the Education and Industry Coordinating Council, our National Academy Foundation Advisory Boards, our Academy teachers, members of the high school administrative team. For the last 2 years, many of the members that you see here this morning have been working to plan 3 additional academies for New Bedford High School to open up the doors for post-secondary opportunities for our students, both on the college level as well as immediately entering the workforce with good paying solid jobs. And today, we're pleased to announce that we have graduated and have been designated by the National Academy Foundation as a NAF certified school. I met with NAF officials about 2 weeks ago when they came in to let us know that we had officially graduated. And Jennifer Dick, who was the liaison working very closely with us through this process, said that it is remarkable that you have accomplished what you've accomplished. And I say you, meaning all of us here at New Bedford High School. Were it not for your contributions, the contributions of those members of the community that have given up your valuable time to sit and advise us as members of the advisory board, as well as members of the EICC, the work of our coordinator, Jane Jacobson, and then the support of the district and the community, this would not be possible this morning. So I would like to introduce those that you see behind the podium this morning. We'll introduce for some brief remarks, beginning with Superintendent of Schools, Pia Durkin.
Thank you. Thank you. As we've said about this high school, it is in the midst of a turnaround. However, the NAF Academy has provided for us a real game changer. And when I say to you today, this is a game changer, it is. Because getting 3 accreditations in 1 year is a huge accomplishment. One that, I'll be honest with you, were told to us we couldn't probably do. And if you know anything about this administration with Ms. Coelho, that's all we need to be told. We won't be able to do it, because that makes us even more ready and eager to do it. Be careful when you have 2 women in charge, Mayor Mitchell, I will tell you.
I have a household of 5, and I'm the only guy, so I know.
But why I say that is because it does take a team. And Jane Jacobson did a great job at our earlier breakfast explaining that the cohesiveness for everyone working together. For those of you on the advisory boards, we cannot do this work without you informing us that what we are doing is the right work and informing our kids the path that they need to take to be able to get there. We do not pretend to be the experts, but you're giving your time in your industries and in your services helps us, what I call, stay honest and stay on message and be candid to say we need to shift this and do that. In finance, health services, and information technology, all of you have given a tremendous amount of time to our teachers who took a huge risk. This was not something that had a cookbook. And they had to believe in the vision that they couldn't even see. So I thank you so much, because I know the hours, time, and effort and the belief you had to make this work to reach this milestone. I'm delighted that our kids are going to have opportunities. I'm delighted to market this high school as one of only 8 that has been able to achieve 3 accreditations in 1 year. And I'm delighted to be able to send this message to everyone throughout our community and beyond, that New Bedford High School is the place to be able to succeed in not only your college, but also in your career life. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Durkin. It's my pleasure to now introduce for a few remarks the mayor of our city, John Mitchell.
All right, good morning, everybody. Yeah, just given how hot it is in this room, there'll be just a few brief remarks. But I wanted to, first of all, thank the team, many of whom are here in this room, for a lot of hard work to accomplish something very real and objectively important The NAF designation is a national designation, and they don't give out those designations like candy. To have 3 academies in 1 year designated would be a pretty remarkable achievement for any high school, and that was done here is, I think, a real a true marker, and people need to take heed of this, that this high school is on the move. And we've had, over the last couple of years, there's obviously been a lot of talk around the turnaround plan and about the turnover in the high school, and that's all appropriate. But I want every parent in the city who has either elementary or middle school age children, and every one of them in Acushnet as well, to take heed. And just as I was about to deliver the message, here comes the announcement. Is there an announcement coming? Just the bell. All right, just the bell. Right, that's for emphasis. This is a place that will launch your kids. This is a place where the doors of opportunity will be thrown open to kids who want to work hard. And if you're interested in sending your child to a high school that will put your kid in a position to reach his or her highest potential, this is the place. It's New Bedford High School. It offers so much, and I'll put it up against any high school in the region. If you want your kid to gain opportunities to, whether it's in terms of career immediately out after high school, or to compete for admissions to the finest colleges in America, this is the place to go for these reasons and for many others. The high school, Bedford High School, is back on track, and I think people need to understand that. And we, those of us here in this room and others who are well aware of that, have to continue to evangelize that point, because there are plenty of people in the community that still need persuading. We need to say it again and again and again. And I know Bernadette throws open the doors of the school for parents who want to come in and take a look for themselves, and I encourage people to do that. And I encourage members of the media to ask all the questions you want about New Bedford High School, so you understand how far the school has come and the trajectory it's on right now. So it is a school of choice. People should be choose New Bedford High School if you want your kid to get on the fast track. That's what I say. I want to thank all the work of this team in the room. I want to thank the superintendent and her team in the front office. I want to thank the really strong work of Bernadette Coelho and her team here at the high school, her administrative team, the faculty, everybody else, all the support staff that joined in this effort. You really should be proud of what you've accomplished here, and there's more to come for sure. So, and I want to thank members of the business community, Peter Muse, who's been involved in the academies from the start. Peter, thanks for all of your support. I mean, it's just the kind of exemplary role the business community should be playing in education in our community. He's really making a difference. The business community is really making a difference. Rick Kidder from the Chamber of Commerce can say the same about as well. And Jim Oliveira from the WIB and from the City Council, wearing both hats today. But Jim's background is in economic development, and he gets very well that a thriving school system and a school system of choice is indispensable to having a competitive community, just strictly from an economic point of view, but certainly also from a quality of life point of view. So great job, everybody. Very well done, and big things are ahead for this school. Thanks, everybody.
And one of our newest members of the EICC, joining us a little bit later in the process, but hitting the ground running, is Mr. Jim Oliveira, who's also the Executive Director of the Workforce Investment Board. So congratulations to you.
First thing I want to say is, this is pretty cool. Nobody said that. This is pretty cool. And it's through the hard work of everybody that's in this room and even external to this room that this has become possible. The most interesting part about this for me from a Workforce Investment Board perspective is that it just made part of my strategic plan a lot more easy to relate to the federal government and to the state, because what we have done in effect here is developed a number of career pathways through the academies that have been created here at the high school. And as I listened this morning, there were career pathways for people to go directly to work from from graduating from high school, or to take that longer route going on to post-secondary education. So these are the goals of the Workforce Innovation Opportunity Act that was legislated 2 years ago, and that we're working toward developing strategic planning efforts for our region. So that said, I want to also thank some folks who've been working on this for a long time, Zell and Christy from BCC, and of course Jane. They manage connecting activities here, and they do a great job in terms of providing career exploration and career to work and career to school opportunities while kids are in their junior and senior years. So it's a great program that we're going to be going forward with, and the Workforce Investment Board will be on the ground with you. Thank you.
And our final speaker this morning is someone who has been one of our founding members, I guess you could say, of the EICC, who has been with us from day one, who has really helped to steer the ship to where it landed today, and that's Mr. Peter Muse.
Thank you very much. This is a fantastic day, but and as warm as it is in here, there's a couple things that do need to be said. It seems like it's over 3 years ago we had this embryonic idea for the high school and a designation in the NAF world. It was John's first term, just coming in, and there was a lot of issues. I remember sitting in his office and presenting the NAF Academy, which he knew less about than I did, and I knew very little. But it made sense. It made sense for a branding opportunity, high bar quality education. But neither one of us knew how to get there. But we knew where we wanted to go, and that was very, very important. Then Jane put together the EICC. We were able to pull some folks in from around the community, set the goal. And then there were some changes. At that point in time, Pia wasn't with us, but Pia came in and has done a fantastic job when presented with NAF. I mean, there's no stronger supporter, and that was very, very fortunate for us, for her ability to be able to do that. So I think with that support, and then a little bit later, then when Bernadette came in as the headmaster, immediately, even because this is hers, her support was tremendous, and I think Jane really recognized where we could go with this, and Andrew O'Leary as well. It's been a while to put this together, but we knew where the goal was. We knew where we wanted to go, and I really have to look out to this audience, and there's a lot of people, and I would be remiss if I started naming names, but the team that Jane put together with Bernadette's support, and of course the administration support, to get 3 academies accredited, graduated, and that's the term that they use, at the same time is unprecedented. It speaks to the administration and the faculty of this school. It speaks to that. But what they did for the students, for the community, the folks living in New Bedford, who now can look at New Bedford High School and say that my child or my grandchild or my niece or nephew can graduate from New Bedford High School with a National Academy designation, which will open doors on the college side that nobody else around here even has. Nobody else has. It means a lot in some of these colleges, but it means as much in the business world when somebody comes out of the IT Academy or the Finance Academy, and you know that's a very high bar for education. It means a lot. New Bedford High School today is a dawning of a very new opportunity, a new era, and I stand here today in awe of what Pia and Bernadette and Jane and the team has put together. That the community, the community is going to see a tremendous opportunity for their students to come to New Bedford High School and graduate from New Bedford High School. And I'm sure there's no one really prouder than the faculty as well. This is a great opportunity for the faculty to really have that light shine on you, and you deserve it. So thank you for that hard work. Thank you for bringing this to the day that it is today, and we look forward to just a tremendous opportunity for the community, for the faculty, and for the administration as well, and for John's support. This was an idea that needed. We didn't have the tangibles, and he had a lot of faith in where this would go, and this is a big day. Thank you very much, John.
Thank you very much, Peter. And I think I just want to wrap up by leaving one thought with you, and that's the potential for our students in our community. So students in the future will be able to graduate from New Bedford High School, not only with a diploma from a comprehensive high school that is second to none, and that is continuing its tradition of excellence, but also graduating with an AP capstone designation and NAF certification. That's 3 bites of the apple, and I don't see that happening anywhere else. Thank you so much for your contributions and for joining us this morning.